Hello and welcome to today's episode. It's Melanie Wood, founder and owner of Speaking Styles. And today, what I want to be able to teach you and share with you today is around responding versus reacting. So if you've ever found yourself in a situation in your business or within the workplace where you walk away from a situation and you think, I really wish I hadn't reacted that way, or I'd taken time to be able to think about what I had to say. Or it could be that you stay quiet because you just don't know how to respond, or you just don't know what to say because maybe there's some fear and anxiety around speaking up. So what I want to talk about today is that giving you a 3-step tips to be able to help you transition from reacting to responding in communication. And remember as well, you're human just like everybody else, and there's going to be days and times when you react instead of responding, and that's okay. What I want you to think about is coming back to, okay, in that situation, what could I have done differently? What's one thing I could do next time I was ever in that situation and make that change? But to be okay and to be gentle on yourself, that yes, we all do react in certain situations, even myself. So what I want to share with you though is of thinking of situations you might be in. So you're a manager and a leader, and maybe that staff are consistently wanting your time, wanting you to fix their problems, or you have a co-worker who's consistently coming to you with all of their problems. And you want to be able to respond to them in such a way that you gain that self-respect and boundary back for yourself, like I've talked about in the other episodes. So it's about changing that one thing every day to thinking of transitioning from times when you have reacted. So what we want to do is that a lot of the time people can jump in to being able to react or to respond without really thinking about what you were going to say next. So number one is pause. To be okay with pausing. You do not have to say the first thing that comes out of your mouth that your brain has connected with. So it's being okay and being comfortable with the uncomfortable. To pause, to be able to gather your thoughts on what you're going to say next. Because a lot of the times as we already have a story in our head, we're already thinking about what the person's asked, what we would say, and what the other person's going to react or respond with. So we end up being able to create these stories, and it isn't actually reality. So by pausing, gathering your thoughts, really reiterating that statement or sentence that someone has said to you, then I want you to come back to your breath. So in a previous episode, I shared the heart-focused breathing technique. And if you haven't seen that episode, please do jump back after this and play it out and be able to start practicing that technique, because you can start using that in those situations, because it's something you can do with your eyes open, and you can do it for 10, 20, 30 seconds to be able to begin to regulate yourself, gathering your thoughts and being able to come from a place of responding and not reacting. Because sometimes people can communicate to us, which triggers us from things in the past, what people have said, experiences that we've had in the past, and that's when we tend to go into reacting or not saying anything at all. So these are techniques and tools that you're going to be able to use in any of those different types of situations you're in. So come back to your breath, really focus on your heart-focused breathing, and then I want you to then think about what can you say next. Now you can say to the person, thank you for sharing that information, asking that question. At this time, I don't actually have the answer. I'm going to need to go away and think about it. Or right now, you've actually distracted me from somewhere that I was right now, really focused on something that I was doing. So can I come back to you at a later time so that I can gather my thoughts and come back to you? Or you do 1 and 2 and you feel like you can be able to respond absolutely go ahead. But what I want to say is it's okay not to have a response. And if you want to be able to come away and transition out of reacting, then you can say is that, could we come back to this later? Or thank you for that question. I don't know the answer right now. I'm going to go away and think about it, and I'm going to come back to you. So those are a 3-step, really simple ways to be able to reduce reacting and go to responding, and really being able to change the way in which you communicate. But it's also a way of coming away from some of those emotions that can keep us tied to reacting. It can keep us in situations where we can actually thrive off of stress, off of anxiety, off of other people, and we want to be able to come back to calm and ease and being able to really get comfortable with your communication with people. So I hope that this has been helpful for you in an organization or within your business, of being able to respond instead of reacting. And I remember to one step at a time, one area, one day, one thing at a time, to be able to upskill yourself in communication every single day. So I hope that this has been helpful. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do now, so that you can keep up to date with my weekly videos, teachings, and techniques that I will be bringing out each week. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.